The Olivet discourse is a passage where Jesus prophesied about things to come. It can be found in Matthew 24:25, Mark 13, and Luke 21. Within the prophecies of Jesus, there can be an easy framework to start looking at them. In Luke 21 verse 5 and 6, Jesus prophesied, "The temple you are observing will be torn down." In the next verse, in Luke 21 verse 7, the disciples asked, "When?" In the next verses, in Luke 21 verse 8 to 31, Jesus described events leading up to it. And in Luke 21 verse 32, Jesus concluded by saying that all these events will take place within this generation. Jesus said all those words around AD 30. This is important because the temple they were observing ended up being torn down around AD 70. So here, around AD 30, Jesus prophesied the temple you are observing will be torn down. They asked when? He described events leading up to it, and he said all these events will take place within this generation. And the temple they were observing ended up being torn down around AD 70. This can be a framework to look further into what Jesus prophesied. For example, when Jesus prophesied in Luke 21 verse 8 to 31 about events leading up to it, we may look at events that happened around AD 30 leading up to around AD 70 when the temple they were observing ended up being torn down.